This is the Global Economic Commodities Scrap Metal and Recycling Report by our Bentley roll-off trailer and gondola trailer, December 21st, 2020. U.S. weekly crude steel production fell to 1.56 million tons, but remains near a multi-month high on slow U.S. growth and steel mill shutdowns. Crude oil price rose to $49.07 a barrel, a multi-month high on growth in global demand, but prices are still low on a good supply, despite the number one in oil reserves country, Venezuela, still off the market. The U.S. weekly oil rig count rose to 346, a multi-month high, but still down a huge 78% from the 2014 high on a slow increase in U.S. demand and higher prices. U.S. weekly crude oil production fell to 11 million barrels per day and remains off the record of 10 months ago on relatively low prices and a slow growth in demand. Scrap steel number one HMS export buying price Philly rose to $300 a gross ton, a multi-year high on strong export demand, mostly due to a weak U.S. dollar. Scrap steel number one HMS settled at $316.67 a gross ton, near a two-year high on a weak U.S. dollar, bringing the high export demand. Markets expect more price increases in January. Hot rolled coiled steel rose to $49.56 per hundredweight, a multi-year high on increased demand, weak supply, and higher scrap and iron ore prices. Copper price rose to $3.46 a pound, near an 8-year high on positive vaccine and U.S. stimulus news and a weak dollar. High copper prices are an outstanding positive global economic indicator. Aluminum price rose to 92.5 cents, near a 2-year high on the same dynamics as copper. U.S. weekly initial jobless claims rose to 885,000 and 455,000 additional for self-employed people, so 1.34 million total. Record daily COVID deaths and record hospitalizations are causing new shutdowns and layoffs. Note under 300,000 is a good number. The U.S. dollar index versus foreign currencies fell to 89.9, near a 3-year low on new U.S. stimulus, adding to huge deficits that hurts the U.S. dollar. The low U.S. dollar gives more buying power to other countries to buy from the U.S. The U.S. Federal Reserve had a meeting and made announcements that they are committed to low interest rates through at least 2023. They will continue $120 billion a month of asset buying that pumps the U.S. economy. They also raised their U.S. GDP, that's the growth economic forecast, to be negative 2.4 in 2020, then plus 4.2% in 2021, and plus 3.2% in 2022. U.S. 30-year mortgage rates fell to another all-time low of 2.67. Refinance your mortgage if you can. Low rates are due to the low and slow U.S. economy and lack of borrowing. This spurs home construction and is great for the overall economy. November's U.S. home building permits soared 6.2% to 1.639 million annualized, a 14-year high on the low interest rates and people moving out of cities. Increased home building is great for the economy. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 133 points to 30,179, near the all-time high on vaccine implementation and the U.S. stimulus. Record deaths and hospitalizations will slow the economy in Q1 2021, and a new COVID strain in the UK is a new major concern. Want to lower your transportation costs? The Bentley Bridgemaster, made of light, high-strength steel, carries 6,000 pounds more than a standard trailer, but has all the same safety and stability of a conventional Bentley. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions, and we hope all have a safe and profitable week and be safe in these very difficult next 6 months.